Hello, scholars. Today we're going to create a landscape using basic geometric shapes, lines, and we're going to create this landscape using the element of art called space. First we're going to do is write our name on the top of the paper. The paper is going to be horizontal. When you're done, flip it over, and the first thing that I want you to do is draw a horizontal line in the middle of the paper. And this line should be very light, should not be dark, because you're going to erase half the line anyways. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to draw a house that is on towards the left side of the paper. Now I'm going to use a ruler just so I can show you the sizing of the house. You don't have to use a ruler. Okay, so this is the square, and now we're erasing it inside of the square of the house. Next is to draw the roof. Drawing the roof, which is a triangle roof. Erase the extra lines. Once that is complete, now you're going to draw a rectangle for the chimney and a door for the house, which is a square, or if you want to make it into a rectangle, you can. A little circle for the door, and now the two windows. Two windows on the house. Now I'm going to draw a large rectangle for the house. And for this, I'm going to take some lines and I'll make sure, and then I'm going to erase the other side of the line. So this is one square, and then we have the other square, and we erase the inside of the house. So now we have two squares. There are two squares for the windows, and I'm going to draw two lines inside of the house. And now I'm going to draw the tree, and the tree is going to be huge because we want to make it super close to the viewer. So we're going to draw curved lines. Draw curved lines and then erase anything that's inside. And then we're going to draw the, so here is the tree, and then I'm going to draw another tree to show the difference in space. Now we're going to draw a tree that are small. So we draw a big tree and a small tree. And once we're done with the drawing, you're going to outline Now I'm going to use a black marker, but you can use a black color pencil or crayon, and or you can use brown, gray, or purple for the outline color because it is a dark color and you'll be able to see the lines and shapes. And then make sure that you're outlining this line here, which is the horizontal line. And this is important to show the difference between the ground, the tree, and the house. Now that everything is outlined, I'm going to use markers and color pencils because this is what I have at home, and you can use whatever you have at home, it's fine. Perfectly okay. I'm gonna start coloring some sections that are small. So I'm gonna start off with the tree trunk. Then I'm going to do the roof, which is gonna be brown too. And you're gonna copy the same colors. Now, if you don't have brown, you can use orange for the roof. And orange for the tree barks, that's okay. And now I'm going to color the tree trunk for this tree. And when you're done with the brown, you're gonna move on to the color red. And now I'm gonna use the marker and the crayon for the red door and the red chimney. Circle red, okay. Now I'm gonna take my crayons and I'm going to color everything besides the windows red. I'm gonna leave the windows white. Make it go in between the lines, which I did on mistake. I'm just gonna make the line thicker now for the windows, which is fine. And whatever you do on one side, do on the other side. So if you make a mistake, just make the lines for the windows bigger. And when you're coloring, I'm going back and forth in a section, and I'm pressing down firm. I don't want to have anything with scribble scrabble because we are now in the new year. And we want to start to color in neat and nicely. I'm now going to color the small tree and the big tree with the green marker and green crayon. And now I'm going to color with the green crayon, the big tree. And see, for the tree, you're going to color, it's easier to color in the circles first. And then coloring the top of the tree and the side of where the tree stops on the paper. And now I'm going to color inside of the tree. So it's a lot easier to color Okay, now that this is done, I'm going to color the ground light green and the sky blue. So the sky is blue and the ground is light green. If you don't have light green, you could just use the normal green color. So I'm going to color the bottom half with light green and then the top sky blue. Here is the final coloring of the landscape project here. I finished coloring the sky and the ground. As you see in the landscape, that the tree is much more closer than the second tree and the house. They are further away, and that is called space.